relationships with them
Mm,
and their label and their managers.
okay.
So there's certain people who I would never do that to out
Okay.
of respect. But the most recent song I did do all the bots for, well, most of it and the marketing was not like us.
Hmm.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
What's good, YouTube gang? It's your boy Jambisco back with another video. Yo, what is going on in music? What is going on in music, especially hip hop? Yo, do y'all hear what's going on? Did y'all hear what happened on DJ Akademiks stream? This is crazy. Apparently, Kendrick Lamar or K-Dot, you already know. Apparently, Hacker Epic exposed Kendrick Lamar on DJ Akademiks team, basically saying that someone from his team or somebody affiliated with Kendrick Lamar basically reached out to Hacker Epic to basically bot stream, allegedly. Now, this is a crazy scenario, but he got pretty compelling argument considering that he not only provide with receipts but also prove his ability live on stream, gang. I'm not even gonna do too much talking, gang. Just take a look.
Relationships with them and their label and their managers.
Okay.
So there's certain people who I would never do that to out
Okay.
of respect. But the most recent song I did do all the bots for, well, most of it and the marketing was not like us.
Now, a lot of people are gonna say that's fucking cap. Like, you know what I mean? This is a song that people are playing outside. This is a song that's going around. I have it on here on YouTube. It
Yeah.
says 80 million plays. If I go to Spotify and look it up, I think it says over 100 million plays, or actually 200 million. Actually, close to 300. Let me look it up. Not like us. I think the argument here is gonna be, it says 343 on Spotify right now, 343 million. They're gonna say,
Yeah.
bro, Kendrick's team. Obviously, I don't think Kendrick's doing it himself. You could explain. He doesn't need to hit you up to fucking go figure this shit out. He could just, like, the song is hot already, right? Like, why the hell does he need you? To be honest, you're gonna have to give a little bit for people to actually believe that you're not fucking just lying, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, again, you could ask around about me. I'm not biased. I haven't, done this to fuck him over. I don't want to fuck him over. I don't want to fuck anybody over. But early on, when the song first dropped, it wasn't him. I'm not gonna say he reached out to me himself because obviously he didn't. It was definitely somebody from management. They
Could you
wanted me
tell
to
us
do
who?
30 million early, which fed into the rest of the views because obviously it was gonna be a hit song either way. I like the song. You want me to be honest? The song is good. Like, it's a hit song.
Hey, sir. We, again, we're at the point where we're putting out public information. Could we also divulge names, that we could verify even later? Who reached out to you on behalf of Kendrick?
I mean, I have payment proof, and I will DM that to you as long as you won't expose it right now on stream in front of everybody. But I will send you all the proof, all the receipts, and everything.
Okay.
Because there are certain
What?
things that
What?
I want to keep myself safe
Okay.
at the
No,
end
no,
of the
no.
day
Of course,
too.
of
But I
course.
will send it
I
to you.
I want to independently verify it. Hold on. I'm gonna put in this call. You know my Instagram name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you could either send it in here or send it to me on Instagram. Just send like a screenshot or whatever. But you say you have payment proof of what? And even then, my next question is gonna be, well, if you did some shit on the song, which we still got to talk about, and
I
you
also
got
have
paid
that
for the
proof as well.
song,
Yes.
why are you mad?
Because I haven't got paid my full amount that I was promised.
Break that down. So somebody reaches out to you for 30 million streams. What'd you tell them? How much money?
So I was actually promised so cuts as well. So I was promised payments after, but up front I was promised 5K.
Okay.
They told me it was for a big artist. Promised 5K up front.
Okay.
They sent me 2.5K, and then I was also promised after the song performed, I was also gonna receive a little percentage of the song, so points on the song.
Okay. Now, you're talking to somebody that's not industry dumb. Put it like
Yeah,
this. My voice is on Push Ups by Drake. I don't have percentage of that song. I would look like an
yeah,
idiot, and I'm pretty sure Drake would just block me if I said, give me percentage on the song. Now, you're a digital marketer.
Yeah, this is like my
Engineers,
full-time job.
engineers don't even get percentage of the song. Why? Is this the first time someone's promised you percentage on a song? Labels are
Yeah, this
stingy.
this
Rappers are
is.
stingy. They're not gonna give you percentage. They might give you a little fee, but they're not gonna give you percentage of the song.
Yeah, and they told me, they said after everything was done and after everybody was paid out is when I'd be paid the rest of the money.
Who
That's
are,
what I was told as well.
who are you speaking with?
I don't really want to say who that is, but I am DMing you right now. They also, the reason they did it is because they also needed that song to win. I mean, I don't think he did it. He said he needed it. I just think they were competing with an artist who's big. Obviously, Drake is a huge artist, and they just needed to win. They needed that win, and they maybe needed the extra push, and they thought they needed it, which they probably would have won either way. I'm not biased, like I'm saying. They probably would have won without the streams, but they did it as a scapegoat just in case. It was their insurance.
Okay, give me one. I'm trying to figure out. You said you sent it.
No, I'm sending it right now.
Okay. Okay. So, you didn't think it was a little bit odd when they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give you percentage on the song"?
No, because people usually like to pay me after too, which I'm okay with because I've been doing it for a while. So when I work with bigger artists, they want to see the numbers first. They want to see how it works. They want to see what they're going to get from it, what they're going to profit, how it's going to look, how it's going to, make them look as an artist. So I usually take payment after. So I do take payment up front just as proof,
Okay.
but usually I let them pay me after or whatever they want to.
Okay. All right. So you got 2,500 up front, and then you were expecting another 2,500, I'm guessing, and then
Yeah, I was expecting another 2,500, which I never received, and then after that was a percentage. And I've been doing this internet stuff for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's videos of me on YouTube. My voice is recognizable. There's certain people who know me from, when I worked with certain streamers.
Now,
And
now, chat.
yeah,
I also want to contextualize what some of this means, right? This is what percentage on a song means. Like, if he was supposed to get percentage, well, obviously we could be talking about on the royalty side, or we could be talking about publishing. It would be probably odd to give someone on digital marketing publishing, but let's say on the royalty side, which, I'm guessing Kendrick is distributing everything through PG Lang. I don't know exactly how it's routed, but let's say he has that control where he could just make those calls, or maybe his team could make those calls. 1% of this song, for what it's going to be worth, is going to be it's going to be tens of thousands, if not $100,000. Like, you do know this,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. Which
like
I mean,
1%
I'm
of this
usually
song
paid a
over
lot.
time. So 1% of this song over 24 to 36 months that's 1%, right? And
Yes,
that's,
sir.
by the way, for people, I like to try to educate, some of the people who don't really know about the music industry as well. Like, this is what people talk about, points on the album or points on whatever. Points usually mean percentage. So when somebody says they're going to give you points, right? Like, usually be like, hey, you have a point on this particular project, or obviously it would be this song. That's worth 6 figures over time, right? Because, like, I mean, shit. I don't know if you've ever been to this website, but His Daily Double, like, the song was making like 300,000 a week. Like, I don't even gotta pull it up, but with 300,000 a week every week, and it's been out for like 8 weeks. It's still gonna continue. Then we're not even talking about some of the publishers. Like, there's so much money being made from this song. This song is probably gonna be grossing $10 million at least. Okay, so this is gonna
Yeah.
be a very lucrative song. When you were told that you were gonna get points on this song, you said this never happened before. Were you a little skeptical?
No, because I usually give people the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, maybe they just don't want to pay me up front, or oh, maybe, I just didn't really think it through that much, which I probably should have done now looking in the future. But I mean, like, hey, they have money, they're a big marketing team. The artist has money, everybody has money. So I was like, hey, it shouldn't be an issue. I'm okay with them paying me after.
Okay. Were you certain where you? By the way, where am I waiting for the DM from you at? Did you send
The
the DM?
message?
Yeah. Did you send it?
It said I had to invite you to a chat, so I just sent a period to your DM.
Okay. Yeah. I seen it. Got you. Okay.
And as long as we could just keep that name private, but keep it between us,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay. Now, are you dealing with someone who is related or in PG Lang, or are you dealing with someone who maybe PG Lang works with? Because that's also very important.
Someone who they work with.
Okay. So this isn't, for example, Dave Free. This isn't, for example, his manager. This isn't, someone who would be verified within PG Lang, who would be like, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This might be a third party who they use to market songs.
I actually did get reached out to a third party, and that's when I ended up getting connected with the actual people, and the payment was from them.
Okay.
But yes, at first I was reached out to by a third party saying, "Hey, we could make some money on this deal. They want this." And then also check your Instagram DMs.
Okay.
And again, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not on anybody's team. I'm not in favor of somebody. I'm not here to pick and choose.
Okay.
And even after this, if you want to call me privately and I'll show you everything and I'll explain it more in detail with names. And like, there's certain people I don't want to bring up as well. But this is my way of ensuring that I'm going to be good. You know what I mean? By just saying something at least.
Okay. All right. Now I'll tell you guys what I'm seeing. I'm not gonna show it on camera. Obviously, I don't want to betray his trust. This is a bank statement from. Well, not statement. This is a video of him being in his bank account, and him showing that on May 6th, he received a Zelle payment from, and I won't say that person's name,
Thank you.
but it was for $2,500. Now, when did Not Like Us drop? That's important to. Oh, actually, I got it right here. It's May 4th.
Yeah.
So you got paid 2 days
So-
after.
Yeah, I got reached out to. It was May 5th afternoon, and that's when they were like, and I will send you also receipts of that as well. Me being reached out to by the third party and then being paid by them. And they actually told me, they're like, hey, we can make some money on this. They just did this drop. They want to just push it. That's how they worded it. They said we want to push the song, we want to make it look like a crazy hit, and we want to go crazy, and everybody wants to get paid.
Okay.
So I'm saying, fine, yeah, that's cool. Let's do it.
Could you send me that as well?
Yes, I will.
Okay. And by the way, chat, again, this guy might be witty with fucking software, but it does look like an actual bank account, and there's a name that I recognize that I won't say. But
yeah, and the only reason I blacked out a little bit right there is because it is my first name, and later I will, if you want, I will call and screen share with you on FaceTime or whatever you want, and I would scroll out of the app, I'll log in, I'll click on it, I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Okay.
And it wasn't for like a crazy amount of streams either. That's what I'm saying. It was just for an initial push.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not responsible for all the streams. I'm not responsible. He has a hit. It did good. It's an amazing song. It's very catchy, and that's why everybody likes it.
Okay. So let me
I'm
then
just
ask
saying
you
it
this.
needs that initial push.
So it was 30 million streams, but on what platform?
Spotify. On the thing about it is Spotify is the most easy to bot platform, and a lot of people know this, and it's been around for a while. It's no secret that people bought.
Is it
a lot of people bought? A lot of artists bought.
Is it easier to bot than like say YouTube or like Apple Music?
So the thing about Apple Music is you actually can't bot Apple Music, and anybody
Really?
who works in this industry will tell you you can't,
Why not?
because their platform isn't a free platform. It's not free to use.
Yeah, but you said that the accounts that y'all are using for Spotify is
Yeah,
premium,
they
which is paid.
actually ended up patching that. So you used to be able to do Apple Music the same way you're able to do Spotify,
What do you mean?
but they
Explain.
actually patched down. Like you used to be able to do the fake gift cards, the fake streams that way, but they actually made it so you can't. They have the best security when it comes to bot protection out of any streaming platform. YouTube, there will forever be bots because it's paid. I mean, it's free. You don't have to have an account. You could be a guest and you could watch a video and it will count as a view. Apple Music has been able to crack down on it for the longest time. And for Spotify, it's a 30-day free trial. But for Apple Music, you have to pay, and you iPhone user, etc.
Okay, so it was 30 million on Spotify.
Yeah, only on Spotify, nothing else. I have nothing to do with YouTube. I have nothing to do with Apple Music. I have nothing to do with Shazam or any of those other platforms.
Okay, so you know this is gonna be the sticking point that I'm gonna be confused about. This song
Yeah.
is gonna make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Why the hell would they fleece you out of? It appears that it's like maybe let's say $5,000, and I know whoever told you points on the song, but they could have probably just gave you another 10, and you could tell me if they gave you 15,000, would you have like? Why did it get here?
Yeah, because I mean, I lost money. Like I paid out of pocket to pay for the streams, and I didn't receive money. That's the only reason. Like if they paid me, I would have kept my mouth shut. Like I obviously I'm not gonna say anything. I do good business. People do good business with me. I'm not gonna say anything. That again, I don't take sides. I'm not biased. I don't care who it is.
How much
I
you
don't
lost?
really know.
How much money? You
So
lost?
for me, I did come out of pocket about like close to $10,000,
Okay.
and I did use some of it. Just that 2.5, I did use it. It did go to that cost.
Okay. And so why didn't they pay you then? The rest of the money?
I still don't understand. I don't know why to this day. That's another reason why I don't know why they couldn't have just finished paying me, or I couldn't have been reached out to somebody else, and they could have explained it to me, and then I just would have kept my mouth shut, and then we wouldn't have gotten here.
Okay, so break it down to me. So you're dealing with this third party company that I'm guessing they're working with. They're the one who got you to start the fake streams, and then you get paid. And by the way, I will say this: the person who allegedly paid him, at least from what I saw on it was a Zelle.
Yeah.
It's somebody it's associated definitely with the camp. Did you at least go back to the third party people and be like, hey, what's up with the rest of the money? And then
I did.
maybe did you try to go ahead.
Yeah, so I did reach out. I was calling, I was texting, hey, like any updates, anything new? Could you let me know what's happening? Question marks. And just didn't receive anything. And I didn't really worry about it. I was just like, okay, maybe they're busy. It's a crazy drop. I'm not going to go out there and try to attack them. I'm not going to go look for them. I'm not going to do anything like that.
And they just ghosted you.
I mean, yeah, I got ghosted by the third party.
So if you got ghosted by the third party, did you try to get in contact with the team around Kendrick?
Yeah, I did. I reached out to some people. Nothing really, like no interest. And then I also reached out to some people from the other camp as well, and they just said they weren't interested in anything at all.
Oh, what do you mean the other camp?
Drake. So I tried to reach out to them and say, hey, what's up? Like anything, blah blah blah, and they just weren't showing any interest at all.
Why would you reach out to Drake's camp?
Because that's who they're beefing with. That's the other side. I'm just saying if anything happened over there. I was just asking. I was trying to see if they had any involvement. If they, and I also try to tell them like, hey, this is what happened. Same thing like how I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
I try to explain that to them or try to get in contact with them, and they just showed no interest and they shut me down.
So were you just trying to switch sides? Well, not necessarily switch sides. I know you say don't pick sides, but were you just trying to be like, all right, cool. If y'all not gonna pay for my services, maybe I could get Drake to pay for my services to do stuff for him.
Yeah. If they wanted the ammo, if they wanted, the knowledge, I was gonna go over there and be like, hey, like, just a heads up. But no, they seemed very uninterested and they didn't want anything to do with it.
Oh, and you were willing to like, yo, Drake, listen, I'll expose it. I'll give you the details of how we did business that you could use as ammo against this guy.
Yes, and he just said, it's like it's not even worth it. It's like, well, this is what they were saying. They were saying it's probably not worth it. It's not worth it to reach out. We're just gonna, we're not interested in what you have to say, pretty much.
Okay. Now, again, I know you're verifying certain things to me, but you've also said that you're kind of done with this type of stuff. Could you say any of these names? Because people are gonna be like, it's gonna seem far fetched to be like, okay, if no one supposedly knows you and you're in this secret business, yeah, maybe you had some ties to some team that worked with Kendrick, but how the hell did you reach out to OVO? Like, how does that work?
So, I mean, again, I told you, like, I've been around for a while. If you're in the industry and, you're in the streaming world, you know who I am. And it's like, I do have connections there. Like, I've been working around the world pretty much with a lot of labels and a lot of artists. So I have connections. So I could reach out to an artist, or I could get somebody from my team to reach out to an artist for me. And then I usually always get a response. It's not like me just DMing somebody saying, hey, what's up?
Okay. So basically through your connections. Okay. All right. All right. So wait, when did the threatening start? Okay. So they're finessing you.
Yeah.
They're not paying you the rest of it, but why threaten you? That's
So
confusing.
honestly, and I think it's because of this. I think it's because they know I was tripping about payment, and it might have been the third party as well, who was also like, hey, like, this, maybe we scan this guy for his cut, so we want to just make him seem scared so he doesn't say anything, so he doesn't ruin our rep. So they're like, oh, like,
You
let's
think
just
the third
fuck with
party
him.
might have scammed you? Not Kendrick's team themselves. You think they may have talked you up into blah blah blah, that you could probably do more and probably do it quickly, and then they ghosted you, right? Am I making sense?
Yeah. So again, I don't know who's threatening me. I don't know why they are, but again, I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you the screenshot right now.
Okay. All right.
But it's like I get like weird texts every now and then, and calls and FaceTimes and spams. People tell me they know where I live, etc. And it's like, again, it could be people just trying. They don't want me to do exactly what I'm doing right now. And the only reason I am doing what I am doing right now on this stream is just as reassurance for myself to make sure I'm okay. So you kind of get where I'm coming from now. It's almost like just like a safety net for me.
Okay. Did you send me the message of whoever's? Well, you don't got to tell me
Yeah.
who at this point, but
Yeah, I got you.
now here's the thing. I kind of believe you. From where I sit, and this isn't a Kendrick thing, if you ask me. This is like
It's really not. I promise you, it's not. It's just a music thing in general, and it's also an explanation of how easy it is for platforms to fake it. And it's like, it's not genuine. If it was any other artist, I would tell you the same thing. It just happens so that this is the song, and this is the artist, and this is the third party who paid me, and this is etc. If it was anybody else, I'd be saying the same thing. It has nothing to do with Drake, and it has nothing to do with Kendrick.
Were the people threatening you on Kendrick's team, or was it from the third party, you believe?
I don't know. I can't say if it was or if it wasn't. And that's because I genuinely don't know. If I did, I would tell you.
Okay. All right.
That's just one of them.
So you just been getting random like phone numbers
every day.
Messages?
Literally, I like people just sending me shit to my name every day. Calls,
I'll read
texts.
the message. Some random number says, "We know where you live. You can't hide forever." Why were they threatening you back in May?
Because I told them, like, yo, like, I was messaging them, yo, like, anything, money, like, I'm gonna say something. I need this. Like, you guys can't do this. Like, I think they knew, because they knew who I was and they knew who I was talking to. Maybe it got out that I was talking to some people around me. Maybe the word got out to them that I was gonna say something, or I was gonna go reach out to people and be like, hey, these guys, don't work with them, etc. So I think that's what kind of scared them into thinking, like, oh, let's just, scare him. Maybe he's a young kid. Let's just scare him. He won't say anything.
Okay. I had heard that there is possible an article coming out about some stuff doing with you and fake streams.
I wouldn't know.
someone.
I mean, journalists have reached out to me. People have reached out to
Someone told
me.
me Rolling Stones was talking to you. I don't know if that's true.
I can't, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, but I have had journalists reach out to me. I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me, contacted me first, asked me for what happened, my side, and I spoke.
Okay. All right. So other than this song, and it appears that like, what's a good amount of money you feel that would make you whole?
It's honestly, it's not the money because I really don't care. Like, I
It is the
have
money.
money.
No,
I've been doing this
No, I know you
for
have
a
money,
while.
and I because I seen your account. You got money. Hear what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It is about the money though. People did some bad business with you, and yeah, you could try to say, well, it's because I operate on good faith, and somebody fucked me over, and that's why I'm doing this. But if they had paid you the money, you'd have been good. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much money was this really over?
Just what I lost. And it's not even over that because like people
How
take
much?
L's on money all the time. It was more of like you could say, yeah, it was for money. The basis of it was for money, but it was more for like, why did they just stop responding and just take it? Yeah. But the money is like it's the one thing. It's a big deal. That's like,
How much money?
I technically lost about like, let's say $9,000 to like $11,000.
So if they had sent you 15,000, you'd be good.
I would have been fine. I would have been like, okay, good business, it's done. I'm not saying anything. Good working with you guys. Thank you for bringing me clients again.
Okay. Now, this is going to confuse me. I've I've done business with people near and far, many people, and I've not always had a positive business dealing with everyone. Some people have tried to run off.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I shoot myself in the foot and blow up the entire business, because that's what you're doing now, right? So, I know you're saying you're getting threatened.
Yeah, that is the main reason. It's not because like, oh, I'm a pussy, oh, I'm scared of this. Like, no, I'm genuinely getting like threats, and like people around me are getting calls. I wake up to calls from people I know saying like, yo, why are random numbers texting me, telling me to give you your stuff, telling me, hey, get me in contact with this dude. Hey, get me in contact with them. Tell him answer his phone. Like at this point, it's just gone way too far, to the point where I mean, I could still be here and make automated money, and I could do it without. I have my own site. I have my own public resources. I have people working under me that will still continue to make me money. But as myself, I can't be the front man. I can't keep doing this.
Why not just go to the police?
What are they gonna do? I'm gonna send them the text. They're not gonna do anything. I'm a kid, and like, even 1% of that song would have been $100,000, and I did a lot to jumpstart the song. And I just thought, hey, they're gonna do good business and it's gonna work. And it just ended up didn't work. It didn't work out. And in this music industry, you know too, people sometimes run off with money. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But I just didn't think it would happen that day. So that's the only reason I'm saying something, is because like people close to me, relatives, have been getting contacted. It's scary. It's like, I'm not of age to do certain stuff. I can't go to I could go to the police, but they're just not going to help me in any way. I'd rather do this and have security that like, hey, okay, he said something, obviously we can't do something now because it's on record. If I go to the police, what is that going to do? The police don't know you guys. They don't have an audience. They can't reach out.
Well, nobody on the stream knows who you are. It's not like you're like, hey, this is me right here. Remember when X, like before he died, he said, if something happened to me, that nigga did it. Like no one knows still. Maybe some people could connect your voice, but like you're still pretty unknown, and no one knows your Instagram or no one knows whatever. So, I mean, they still could kill you.
I don't think so. But I mean, if you see it like that, then maybe. But I see it as they know. It's not a fact of your chat knows or who knows. It's more that I know that, I've said something and I've said my piece, and that's just how it is. And that's what that's what I believe. And I believe me saying something is going to make it seem so, oh, like he's telling people, he knows the right people, etc. And we're going to stop. But the thing is, they might not stop, and it might keep happening, but at least I tried.
Well, okay. So the more you're explaining this to me, it feels like you fell out with the third party. Now, let me tell people how third party marketing works. third party marketing, I've said this consistently, and whether people want to believe me or not, I always used to say, you'll have Nicki Minaj complaining about other people getting A, B, and C from their label or from Atlantic, when in reality, every label does the same things. Every label has a checkbox. Hey, we're going to pay for blogs. We're going to pay for this. We're going to pay for that. So I don't give a fuck if it's Kendrick Lamar. He probably has a team that they were at Interscope for a long time through TDE. People probably picked up a couple things. They probably know, okay, yo, get this agency. They're going to get the marketing or whatever for the streams. So I'm not shocked if maybe there was some fake streams to jumpstart the song or whatever, right? And when I say that, I'm saying that because I think that for all songs. Also, like I keep saying that it's like the steroid era. It's baked in the cake already. So don't get too surprised. It's not just one person doing it, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, again, like I'm not gonna say that I mean this in like theoretical. All artists do it, and it's not them who do it themselves. Obviously, they're not gonna reach out to me. They're not gonna reach out to a third party. Labels have teams who are quote unquote marketing teams that have connections that reach out to people. A lot of artists do it.
But don't you feel like you're singling out or calling out, like, because again, I don't know if you're willing to say the third party agency, but you're calling out Kendrick Lamar, right? Like you're basically saying it's Kendrick Lamar and his team or some people around him, because people don't know these other entities that you're working with that might, is it the third degree of separation that Kendrick and his team, they wouldn't know you. But maybe they paid an agency. So are you down to call out the agency that you were working with?
Not yet. But again, you have to remember that I'm not calling them out.
They would be the people who were threatening you. It wouldn't be, I don't think Kung Fu Kenny's like, yo, I'm going to kill you when I see it. I don't think he's doing it.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. But again, they were in the driver's seat. They're the people who, reached out to them to kickstart the thing. They knew what they were doing. They paid it directly, and that was their thing. But again, it could have been anybody who would have done that, and I would have said the same thing. A lot of artists do this, if not almost all of them, and it's not them doing it. It's the labels and it's the people around them.
I got to slow you down.
Yeah.
You're saying to me, I am speaking up because my life is under threat. Okay?
That's how I feel, yes, sir.
Cool. I'm telling you that it's most likely, I don't not believe your story that Kendrick's team did pay for or did solicit the services of having fake streams at a point. I'm just saying they didn't do it directly. They do what every label does. Atlantic doesn't hit up a fake streamer. They hit up an agency to deal with that. Now, because because I don't believe that PG Lang is threatening you, I'm then saying, when you come on the stream, you mentioned the song, and obviously everybody knows PG Lang and Kendrick Lamar. It appears that they are threatening you, but the most likely option is that you're being threatened by people associated with the third-party agency. Why not name them? Because you're clearly naming Kendrick and his team. Why not name the third-party agency that clearly wants to get you killed?
Because the way I was paid was very unusual. Let's say they did pay the third party act, right? Correctly? Why was I sent the money directly? Maybe the third party said, here, send this amount to this guy. So again, I was paid directly from them. As you saw, it wasn't a third party. It wasn't an LLC who paid me, right?
Have you ever worked with this third party before?
What?
That third party company that solicited your services, have you ever worked with them before?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I've had connections with them, but I've never actually ended up working with them. So it just was like one of those things where I was like, oh, first time, like, yeah, we could build a good connection. We could keep doing this. Let's run it. Let's make money. Let's have a good connection, and let's do more stuff in the future.
Okay, now that complicates it, right? So that gives me a little bit of cause to pause, because from what you sent through your bank account, like that video of whatever you logging in and me seeing that 2,500, that was zelled by someone from Kendrick's team, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was like a direct payment, and they knew what they obviously they knew what they were paying for. I mean, it's kind of clear they probably said, "Hey, we want this. This is what we're paying for. This is how much we're gonna pay, and here's the money." That's
Okay.
just how I see it, and that's how it went. Maybe you see it a different way, but that's how it happened.
So are you blaming Kendrick's team, even if you don't know necessarily if it's from them, for the threats on your life? Because
Yes.
you were paid by them. Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's. I'm not gonna sit here and say yes, it was them. Go get them. I'm
Okay.
saying, hey, there's definitely a part, as you could see, you see like, oh yeah, I could see how that would be an issue.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Now, you sent me the video, right?
Yeah.
Why not just say the nigga who sent you the money? Like, it's clear you're not gonna work with this guy anymore. Like,
Yeah, the thing is, they do know who I am, and it's just more for my safety.
no, but you said your safety is coming on the stream and making us loud. Say the nigga's
Yeah.
name. If you trip and fall, we gonna get that nigga locked up.
I mean, that is true, but I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable. That's just how I feel, and it's not because like I want to ruin their name, I want to bash their reputation, but that's just how I feel. And it's more like I'm making it public because like it was more just for my safety, and it wasn't me trying to expose these guys. It was more because like now I want them to know like, oh, like this guy, he can say something. It's out there.
Brother,
But I'd also
brother,
don't want to
brother,
ruin
brother,
a relationship with that person or the people around me.
brother. Just to put it in perspective, if I'm Kendrick's team watching this, I got the Arthur fist. You're done. Okay, you know Drake said in the end of Family Matters, you dead. I'm not saying you're dead. I'm saying you're done in the sense of you have brought an allegation against a group of people who basically tomorrow or the night or 2 nights from now are planning a victory party over Drake. You're now muddying the waters. There is no relationship to save. They would look like clowns to work with you again if they decided for any future project. If they say they dropped a single and they wanted to juice it a little bit, if they hit you up again after you came on my stream, they would be idiots. So that relationship is done. So that's, again, I'm asking, why wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to hit me up directly, like I said to start with. They weren't the people who started the whole thing. It wasn't like a direct conversation with them. I didn't get on the phone with them. I didn't call them. I didn't talk to them. I didn't reach out to them by myself. So you see how it is? Again, it's like it still works because people use my services.
So even though you're on the stream, it seems like you're still going to keep doing business because
I kind of have to because that is the way I make my money. You know what I mean? Like streaming and doing news is you make your money.
I get it, but why do this then? Just why do it, right? Like if you're only caring for your safety, if you're trying to be safe by coming on the stream, the only way to be safe is saying, yo, that guy right there, like when Meek Mill said he was going to come to my house, I had to make it abundantly clear, hey, you heard what Meek Mill said. Anything happen to me, it's Meek Mill. Robert Rameek Williams, lock him up for life. That's how you get out when people...
Honestly, bro, I mean, like, you are right. And then again, fuck it, bro. It's like, at this point, like, I'm fried either way, right? Fuck it.
Go ahead.
I mean, let's just not show the screenshot.
I'm not showing it, but I got it.
It's just because then again, if you show that, it's like it always comes back to me, and then again, like I have a certain amount of money that I just, for my age, the amount of money I have is like kind of sickening. I don't want to risk that, and then me end up getting robbed or me end up getting shot by somebody else who isn't.
I'm not trying to post your bank account, brother. Just speak your truth.
All right, fuck it, bro. It's Anthony Soleil. I'm crashing out because like this is for my safety. This is how I feel. That's who paid me. Not saying I was in direct contact with him. That's just the name that was on the account that I got paid by, and that's how I feel. And I'm scared, obviously, bro. I'm not of age. I'm young. I'm underage. I can't do certain things. I'm scared of people, bro. I do online shit. I'm not a shooter. I'm not a hitter. I got reached out to by people. I did this, and this is what happened. This is my safety net now. I don't want to die, obviously, bro. I mean, just how I feel, and this is what I had to say. And it's stupid as fuck because obviously I want to keep making money. I have like fucking I've made mid seven figures. Like I'm touching crazy money, but then again, if somebody's gonna come threaten my life, why does money matter? Why do I care?
I agree.
Why like what is that $10 million gonna do to me? What is that? Is that gonna save me? No, it's gonna buy me a fucking trip to Turks, and what am I gonna do with that? Nothing.
Okay. Now we're talking. Now, chat, I could verify that what I seen on that message, and I'm assuming and I'm hoping that that message, or I'm assuming that
I will personally call you and I'll show you it, and I will show you my name. I'll show you the social connected to it because I trust you,
Okay.
and you are a big figure, and obviously, so we can call after this, after because you have your shit to do. You have your stream. You have your segments. You have news to talk about. You are the number one, out there. That's again why I reached out to you. You are the number one, music podcast, and it just felt safe to me, and this is what I needed to do, and this is how I felt, how it needed to be done. And I thank you for letting me do this because then again, it gave me almost closure. It made me feel safe. And I'm going to stand on it. And this is what happened. This is how it happened. Everything I'm telling you is how it went down. Then again, I don't know the internals on their side. I don't know the internals on the third party. This is how it happened. And this is how I feel safe talking about it.
Who's the third party?
I'll talk to you about, but that I really can't do. That's like different because it's like certain contracts written. There's violations that I've definitely crossed with them, but then again, I don't want to say the name just in case. But
I think the threats ain't. You think this pudgy nigga right here that Drake done post 5 times on his goddamn Instagram, basically called him a clown. You think he finna kill you? I think it's the niggas who running that third party shit. You might want to put them on.
Then again, they didn't. I mean, bro, yeah, fuck him. He's a bitch. But then again, they didn't pay me. You saw the payment. That's the only reason why But maybe they lied to him. Then again, maybe they told him or told whoever, this is how much you need to pay.
No. This happens all the time. And by the way, I'm not even gonna indict. By the way, this is Kendrick's manager. By the way, I'm not gonna indict him off a Zelle payment. This happens very frequently. Yeah. They probably be like, yo, we did some shit. We're doing some marketing. Blah 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 blah. Yo, it could have been like I heard that they were taking clips from my Instagram and paying to post on blogs. Maybe somebody who thought they were clever. Thing. Yeah, maybe somebody thought they were clever. Like, oh shit, yo, we need to hit these people off with this amount. Yo, could you Zelle $2,500 to this? And he just did it. Like, you know what I mean?
It's also a tax write-off as well, Ak. A lot of companies, especially music companies, they use digital marketing as a tax write-off.
No, you're right.
Then again, that's why everybody does it.
Of course.
So
it's always going to go towards the expenses when you're trying to do a profit loss statement. Okay. All right. Have you ever spoke to this individual?
No. That's why I told you it was straight to the third party. Maybe they lied to him. Maybe they told him something else. But that's how it was, and they knew what they were doing. They saw the jump in the views. They didn't. That's just how it was. Especially that early on. They saw it happen, Ak. Like, obviously they saw it happen. Maybe if like what you're saying is true, maybe there's a hypothetical, but they definitely saw it happen and they knew what happened, and there was a jump. 30 million